Okay, we have other business. We have a conservation easement that has been talked about a great deal last month, at last month's meeting. The easement itself still has a couple of small points, particularly as it concerns the definition and the location of a trail easement. And I see Ralph is here tonight. There has been some confusion as to where it will be, but there's also, it's going to be a separate easement from the conservation easement. But we will not go on to the conservation easement just yet, because the first order of business is to approve an agreement to purchase the development rights from Ralph for the conservation easement purpose. You have seen this draft quite some time. It is to pay for the easement on 9.56 acres of land at the corner of McFarland and Rosedale, owned by Ralph Schmidt. Hilldale, pardon. The purchase price is $200,000, which will be paid by the township to the owner at the closing. The closing date will be no less than 10 days, but in no event later than September 30, and that is a way out date. We expect and hope to have this done much sooner than that. We've gone over all of the parts of this purchase agreement. Bob and Scudder, do you have any questions about it?
Have you made a motion?
Not yet.
Okay.
No. Therefore, I will do so. I will make a motion that we accept this purchase agreement as set forth in this.
I'd like to second that motion, but I want to point out that it was I who was concerned about two areas last month. One had to do with the appraisal value, and the other one had to do with the easement for public access. I was concerned last month that those areas had not been adequately developed, and I'm now satisfied that the supervisors have, in good faith, reviewed those issues and have addressed them, and so I'm now confident that it's appropriate to go forward with this easement as being presented. As you say, Mike, there are a couple of things that we still have to resolve, but I'm confident that we'll be able to. So I'm pleased to be able to second that motion.
Is there any questions or issues that anyone would like to raise? Seeing none, I move the question. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So be it.
Now, just so I know, what happens next?
We will sign this. We will sign this agreement. Now what?
So should all three, or who's? I know that was a question that Stephen asked
I'm
me.
having trouble finding the title page.
Do you want all three to sign?
I don't know if Bob requires for all of you to sign it or not, I'm not sure.
No, it will be signed by me. It'll be signed by me, and it will be signed by Ralph Schmidt.
I think Bob said at least one supervisor to sign.
Yes, that's correct. And
So Ralph's going to sign again?
He has to initial the two changes.
Okay.
Yes.
Ralph will do that tonight.
Anything you want to get us off my, it's like the Iranian nuclear crisis. It's taking that long.
All right.
I wanted to offer a comment. I wanted to congratulate the three supervisors for working together on this. There are differences of opinion, differences of approach, different ideas, but if the three supervisors work together, all the residents from Kennett Township benefit from this, and I want to thank you for being able to reach your resolution in just 1 month from the open meeting of having discussed this, just from having discussed this. So I thank you all for what you've done.
It's very kind of you to say so. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. The conservation easement itself I have a draft here. We have not resolved all of the issues in this, if I remember correctly, Scudder.
We have to still define the public access trail will be.
Yes, and that's the only thing that's not resolved here. And I think we had talked earlier about 2 potential locations, and we do have Ralph Schmidt here. And Ralph, if you would like to make a decision as to where you feel the conservation trail easement should be, please speak.
I have absolutely no concern with the subject of the easement, or the trail, or whatever you want to call it. The problem I have is the township is going to have to move my fence lines in if you want to go along Hillendale Road, from my neighbor's property to the intersection with McFarland. Because otherwise there's no way because the animals in there, I don't know of another easement in this township that's populated with animals that have to be kept in.
Ralph, you're referring to the potential for that easement along McFarland Road?
From McFarland to, what's his name? I'm trying to remember. Ryan Donnelly.
Along Hillendale.
Along Hillendale.
The north side of your property?
Yeah. Want to make sure it's clear, that's all.
Okay, well.
Now, if you would like to see somewhere else, you can take the
No, we'll
eastern boundary.
we will closet with you later. This perhaps isn't.
Well, I just think you ought to go ahead with it
Okay,
soon.
okay, we will do that very quickly. Okay.
Maureen has a question.
Yes,
I'd actually like to be able to speak up to that. Hello, Mr. Schmidt, my name is Margot Taylor. I'm
Yes, I
with
remember
a
you.
consultant for the Land Conservancy for Southern Chester County. I haven't seen you in a few years. It would be a wonderful thing if we do get the trail right of way to occur along the northern section of your property, which would be the Hillendale section.
That's the one I just mentioned.
Yep, I'm just clarifying. And the eastern section, that is wide enough so that it can, I believe the stream corridor circles around there on the eastern section. And multiple stream crossings would not be favorable for the, the health of the stream more than anything. So that, a 15-foot right-of-way easement would allow us to, to the greatest extent possible, because I know that there is a limitation for a portion of the property to actually accommodate that. But to the greatest extent possible, that would be favorable.
May I clarify something that you said, Margot? When you refer to a right-of-way, that's my understanding is you're talking about an area that can be accessed by the equipment necessary to maintain the trail.
Correct.
But the trail itself would be something less than that, perhaps as narrow as 6 feet.
Oh, even, you could, yes, absolutely.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for helping me on that, Scudder, because 15 feet is a lot of,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
and I didn't know where we measured. You have a cut through on Hillendale Road there that's at least 13 feet from the road bed. So whatever you do there, you have to ensure the safety of whoever uses it.
okay.
But if you want to draft it right now this evening,
No, we will not do that.
you can go 6 feet if you like, or 3 or 2, whatever. I'd just like to be done with it.
Amen, brother.
You got halfway through, all right.
Halfway.
Thank you, my God.
One or two documents.
Oh, my God.